haven't said anything.
What are you talking about? It's 30. Okay, now you're not taking accountability or responsibility.
Literally, you said that you implied I haven't played your music. Of course I've played your music.
No, sir. This is what you get for now. We can circle back when you can count.
Okay.
Kanye West is at it again. So this time it's with Piers Morgan. Now we know the last interview that he had with Piers Morgan, Kanye West got upset with some of the things that Piers was saying. Because you know Piers can be very condescending and very disrespectful because he represents that protected class, right? And he likes to come on and rub that in your face and use that as a sense of power, right? So Kanye walked off the last interview they had, but this time they had another interview. But he reached out to Sneeko because Piers knows that Sneeko in the past has said that he wanted to be on the Piers Morgan show. So he knew if he went directly to Kanye probably would have blew him off and said, man, I ain't messing with him, man. I'm not doing it no more. So he reached out to Sneeko behind the scenes, and Sneeko got Kanye West to do the show. So now this was supposed to be aired a while ago. But Kanye canceled. You know, they were in Paris. Piers is in London, and Kanye canceled abruptly because of schedule, right? So they rescheduled. But at that time, Piers had to spend money. He sent his camera crew over there. They were ready to rock and roll, and Kanye canceled his call, so it cost money. So now, you know, he had to do it again and send him over there. He had to spend more money. So now he comes in already with an agenda, and he's upset. He's also upset with some of the comments about that protected class that Kanye has made in the past. So he's coming in already ready to rock and roll and get at Kanye. Kanye West knows this, so this is how it started.
Our producer spotted that he was in Spain with his friend Sneeko, and we invited both of them on for an interview. They very quickly agreed, and Sneeko spent several days talking about it. But they mucked us around, a significant expense, both in time and money, to me, my crew in Spain, and my team here in London. More importantly, he didn't turn up yesterday and said wanted to do it today. So it seemed to me then it might all just be a stunt. But I went ahead and said, okay, we'll have another go to headlines at the moment. It's fair to say the headlines are equally rarely positive. The rapper, producer, and fashion designer is currently working on a new album. Several new tracks were previewed on a recent live stream with his friend Sneeko. And both Sneeko and Ye join me now. Well, welcome to Uncensored. Ye, we haven't spoken for a while. How are you?
I'm doing good. I don't use the term West, you know, the whole drop the slave name idea.
They both was being very condescending. You know, Piers Morgan was already upset because he had to spend money twice to get this interview. Kanye was canceling, and Kanye don't like him because Kanye walked out on the interview before. So he says he doesn't go by the last name West anymore because he wanted to get rid of the slave name. So it says he's not Kanye. He's not Kanye, he's Ye. A Los Angeles judge today approved the petition by rapper Kanye West to officially change his name to be known as Ye, with no middle or last name. Los Angeles Superior Court Judge Michelle Williams court gave her nod to the request by the singer, who filed a petition on August 24th and stated he was making the change for personal reasons. The entertainer, 44, released an 8th solo album titled Ye in June 2018. It's been his Twitter handle for some time. That same year, the singer said in an interview with radio host Big Boy that he believes Ye is the most commonly used word in the Bible, and said in the Bible it means you. So these guys was basically just too rich, very arrogant people, swinging back and forth to see who has more leverage on the other. And we knew that Piers had an agenda. I already knew, and you'll see as it goes on what Piers' agenda was. Kanye West knows this because of some of the things that Kanye West has said, right? So it was a ticking time bomb waiting to explode. Check it out.
So we just call you Ye, yeah?
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, look, when I last interviewed, we had a long conversation. And since then, a lot has happened in your life. And so I'm grateful for the opportunity to try and talk to you about some of this. How would you say your life is at the moment?
I mean, you see that view?
Yeah. Your life is good?
Well, judge it on the view as the answer to how my life is. Judge me by the view.
Well, the view is Mallorca. I've been there. Beautiful place. And for all intents and purposes, you seem very relaxed and happy. That is in direct contrast to your public image at the moment over the last couple of years, led by your ferocious... Well, hang on, let me finish the question. Led by your ferocious use of...
No, but I already disagree. It's not in contrast. There's so many people and artists that are championing the idea of someone being able to just express who they really are and have been able to go through the war of being attacked by the banks, being attacked, by the banks. That's the best way to put it, being attacked by the banks and to still be here with this view is, that's the win. So I think I'm in contrast to your contrast.
Okay, but the point I was going to make is that I watch what you put out on X. You've got 32 million followers, so you're one of the most followed people.
See, wait. Now look right now. You're not gonna take inches off my bro. Like, how many followers do I have?
Well, how many is it?
I think you could do the study. You got a whole staff over there.
I thought it was 32 million. How many is it? You obviously know.
Don't help them out,
So Kanye West was looking for anything and everything he can to actually get upset and upstage Piers. Piers knows this, right? And Piers knows, see, Kanye, when he started talking about the banks and the people he had to, the people he had to fight against, Piers was trying to be smart because Piers asked him, well, how is your life right now? And Kanye West know he was being condescending when he was asking him that because he knows what the people he's been up against and the things that he said about those protected group and why he said it. He knows, Piers Morgan knows that he's come on TV, with a list of those groups and what they own and how they manipulate certain things, right? He called that certain group out. Piers Morgan knows this, and Piers Morgan is very upset about him doing that. So Piers Morgan is asking him, well, how is your life right now? We know that you've been going through turmoil. So Kanye responds by, look at the background. My life is good. So what they doing is having an ego, back and forth match, right, in a respectful manner, but they're smart. Right? Kanye knows how he's coming. He knows the answers that Kanye's going to give, right? So he goes and he takes one number. He gets 1 million off of Kanye's following, and Kanye goes off because Kanye is looking for anything, right? Anything to get at Piers, right? And it gets even worse when Kanye ends up getting up and walking off. Check it out.
Where's he gone, Sneaker?
That's it for Ye. But it's nice to meet you, Piers.
Where's he gone?
I think he's just going back to work. There's several things he's working on. I was not aware he was going to leave like this, but it seems like he got upset about the...
So it's all just a game, is it? Is that the idea?
Followers. Well, I mean, life is a video game, is it?
No, I just wondered what the point of this exercise was. Was he supposed to do an interview or not?
Are you supposed to do an interview? But I mean, the amount of Twitter followers, something like that, it's patronizing for no reason. You said his name incorrectly. You know his name is Ye. This is very public about that. Hopefully we could do it. I think this was good. We were prepared for a good interview. But come on, you know what you were doing.
What do you think I'm doing?
I think you were trying to patronize very intentionally by getting those two things, under his skin. Maybe it could have been about past interviews or because of what happened yesterday. But, I mean, this information is not that difficult to get right.
Yeah, we called him Ye, and we got his Twitter following count wrong by 1 million.
So Kanye gets up and walks out, right? And Piers kind of knew that this was going, but Piers was upset because before Piers can get him in a gotcha moment, because that's what Piers wanted to do, and I'll show you that as how Piers unleashed on Sneeko for being his friend. Kanye West understood this already. He understood that he's a part of that group. He represents that group to the fullest. And he was trying to catch Kanye. So Kanye was on the defense the whole time and was being very condescending to him because he knew that Piers was being very condescending to him, right? So for me, the interviews just shouldn't even have happened. So it wasn't about him getting the numbers wrong on his following. It had nothing to do with that. Kanye was just using that to play mind games with him the same way that industry and those people play mind games with the people. So he's just giving it all back to them and what they've given to us, right? I understood all of that, right? But Piers tried to play victim and try to say, what did I do? Why did he get up and walk off? And Sneeko was saying, because you was being very condescending, and we know you was being condescending, and we know those questions that you was asking them, why you were asking them, because you were setting it up for something big. Check this out.
Where's he gone, Sneeko?
Yeah, that's it for Ye. But it's nice to meet you, Piers.
Where's he gone?
I think he's just going back to work. There's several things he's working on. I was not aware he was going to leave like this, but it seems like he got upset about the...
So it's all just a game, is it? Is that the idea?
Followers. I mean, life is a video game, is it?
No, I just wonder what the point of this exercise was. Was he supposed to do an interview or not?
He's supposed to do an interview, but I mean, the amount of Twitter followers, something like that, it's patronizing for no reason. You said his name incorrectly. You know his name is Ye. This is very public about that. Hopefully we could do it. I think this was good. We were prepared for a good interview. But come on, you know what you were doing.
What do you think I'm doing?
I think you were trying to patronize very intentionally by getting those two things, under his skin. Maybe it could have been about past interviews or because of what happened yesterday. But, I mean, this information is not that difficult to get right.
Yeah, we called him Ye, and we got his Twitter following count wrong by 1 million.
Now, by this time, Piers' blood is boiling, and he's upset. So, his handlers is looking at him like, yo, listen, we spent some money. You got to do something. So what he started to do was turn the heat up on Sneeko and start asking Sneeko, what is your affiliation? What is your affiliation to this Ye, right? Because he was upset now, because he felt like he was upstaged by Kanye. So now he gets at Sneeko and, tries to turn up. You know what I mean? And Piers Morgan's fashion, you know how Piers Morgan can be. Check it out.
Out of interest, what is with his obsession with why is he so rampantly anti-Semitic?
I'm not going to answer questions on his behalf.
Well, you're going to have to, because he's not there.
Questions on his behalf.
He's not there.
What's that? What's that?
He's not there. Literally, he's dropping a track today called Heil. Why are you happy to be associated with somebody like that, out of interest?
Well, I'm not going to speak on his art and his vision while
I'm
he's not
asking
here.
you. I'm asking you why you're happy to be associated with somebody who most of the world believes is now a rampant anti-Semite.
Well, you're associated as well. Your show's called Piers Morgan Uncensored.
Yeah.
You tried to get him censored on X. Accountable? What do you want to hold me accountable?
If you don't want to answer questions either, you are free to stand up and walk away like a little sniveling
Well, you can ask questions.
Too.
If you have questions for me, then I'll feel free to answer
Here's my
those.
question for you. Why is your mate Ye?
Is this whole thing going to be interrupting, or is this whole thing just going to be interrupting? Or do you want me to speak at all?
You're sounding like Andrew Tate Light, like his annoying little younger brother we never knew about. Okay? Doesn't work with me. Okay? You set this thing up. It's obviously some kind of elaborate prank.
Okay, your team asked me to do this. If you want to be Netanyahu Light on TV,
but given you want to make,
if you want to be Dave Portnoy with the suit,
that's fine.
Then sure. If you want to do ad hominem attacks, then why invite someone on your show? I set this up because your team asked me to do it. I did everything that I could. If I knew that this would, I'm not here wasting your time. You're angry at me for setting up an interview that you wanted.
Now, what happened was that Beelzebubian spirit, that jackal spirit, came out at the end. You start seeing it. You start seeing the horns come out from the side of his head. He start turning red. You saw it, right? I mean, he just unleashed on Sneeko for nothing and saying, well, why are you affiliated with this person? But this is the question. I would have turned around and asked him, well, wait a minute. Because you said it's uncensored. The same thing you said I'm affiliated with. Why do y'all fund and bankroll drill music and gangster rap, right, for financial gain? Why do you affiliate yourself with that type of lifestyle when you know it's causing unalivings and carnage in certain communities? Why do y'all do that? Oh, you do it for the money? You don't care about the morality part, right? See, because him asking Sneeko, why do you hang with him, was a morality question. So then I'm flipping it and saying, well, why do you guys partake in the funding of such behaviors? Why do y'all do that? And when we call you out, you turn tone deaf. You act like you don't understand. Why do you produce certain movies that creates a certain thought process in the minds of the people? How about that? So you could turn around and start flipping it and asking certain questions because he got upset and wanted to hide behind that certain term that they use and bully him and tell him who he can't. Whereas Piers Morgan uncensored, right? Uncensored. So why are you trying to censor him now? Because he's doing something that you disapprove of? See, and this is where it goes. And I'm not talking about all the groups and all those people, because there's very good people of all ethnic groups, all races. We're talking about the ones that are in power, that control certain things, and not that control those things. And what Piers Morgan did was try to hold Sneeko accountable for the same things that they actually do. Or are you saying, well, we can do it and get away with it, and you can't stop it because we control and run everything? You got to do what we tell you to do. That's basically what Piers is saying without saying it. And Sneeko stood his ground because he was upset because he got up and, who are you to walk off on me? I don't know, man. I'm going to cut this video short here, man. If you made it this far in the video, hit that like button, subscribe to Street Media TV. Leave your comments in the comment section. Let me know what you guys think, man. Make sure you guys hit that like button. Remember, I love y'all. Till the next time. Peace.